the path to no path. Everything is arising out of the unified field, this field of potential that we are, that we abide in, that contains the potential for everything and the potential for nothing simultaneously. We are that field, we are that potential. And what is arising now is this. And this is what is arising in this moment. Sound is arising. The sound of birds. The sound of the river. The sound of droplets of water falling from the bamboo onto the canopy. The sense of this body sitting in this chair. This is what is arising. At any moment, everything that is occurring is arising from this field of potential. And that's it. There is no I other than the I that is constructed in the mind. There is no personality other than that which is constructed. No character other than that which is constructed. Beyond the mind, beyond the personality, beyond the character, beyond the life story, beyond the individualization of the soul, there is just this, that which is arising from the field of potential, the unified field, unity consciousness. And our transformation as beings is the awareness of our own awareness, becoming conscious of our consciousness, arising in this moment, and this moment. There is just this. When we let go of the attachment to this body, to the thoughts that occur in the mind, to the emotions that we experience, to the story that we've garnered over the years, when we let go of the idea that we are separate from anything, anyone, there is just this profound moment that is arising from the unified field. The utter simplicity, the utter bliss and joy of knowing, of experiencing this. Letting go. It's rather like the images we see of this man in space, walking in space, going beyond the spacecraft to tinker with the craft outside, adjust this and adjust that. This is our home for the spaceman, our sense of security. There is oxygen generated, there is food, there is comfort, there is companionship, relationship. And then there is courage mustered up. Courage is arising. And the spaceman or woman dons their outfit, takes their security of oxygen, tethered to the craft, walks in space, knowing full well that if that tether was to part, that body would perish. Thus is our reluctance to let go. For it has been said that there is a gossamer thin thread, silver thread connecting our soul to this body, and that when we sever that thread, when we let go of that thread, ultimately that is the death of the body. Of course, who we are doesn't die. We are energy beings, and energy cannot be created or destroyed. And so the likeness to letting go of this tether reminds us of innumerable body deaths that we've experienced. And this appears to be the final challenge of letting go the personality, letting go the mind, letting go the emotions, letting go our life story, letting go our attachment to this body, and freeing ourselves into the realization that we are the unified field, we are potential, we are consciousness, and everything is arising in this field of consciousness that we are. There is no separate I, for that would be more separateness. There is only unity consciousness, oneness, the unified field, whatever label we choose to put on it. And the moment we label it, it is not that. It's just this. It is without label, without time, without space. Experienced only through the heart. The mind cannot grasp this which is ungraspable, this which is indescribable, beyond thought, but not beyond experience. Experience through the heart, through the love of the game, through the love of oneself, through the love of experience. And this unified field is filled with unconditioned love, for that is what we are. This source intelligence, transmuting, transforming into light, fractals of light, sacred geometry, being absorbed into this body through the endocrine system, transformed into a level that can be assimilated into this life form, a life form that exists in time and space, a life form that we call our body, the ultimate expression of consciousness. And our experience of duality, oneness, playing a game of two-ness in order to lead us back to oneness. The emotions, the thoughts, the separateness, all leading us to a realization that we are not our thoughts, we are not our emotions, we're not this body, we're not separate from anything. that we are potential. We are this unity consciousness manifesting as unconditional love. Love without any limitations. Love without any conditions. Love in its purest form. For this is what we are. So the path to no path is a path of radical surrender. Surrendering and letting go all of our old beliefs, all of our old conditions, all of our ideas of separateness, all of our ideas of what we think we are, what we feel we are, in terms of emotions, the story that we have garnered over lifetime and lifetimes. And somehow miraculously, consciousness of our own consciousness, awareness of our own awareness in its fullness arises, and we realize, I am that. An I that doesn't exist. Just this. Just this in this moment. This precious divine moment of now, where nothing needs to be done, where the impulse to move into action through this body is driven by a knowingness, a guidance of what is appropriate action. Not a desire to fix something, but nothing is broken. Just an inner guidance, an inner knowingness that is arising in this moment, that this is the appropriate action to take and move into action, or no action, and be guided, trusting and having total faith that the unified field, by following our heart, our intuition, the so-called soul, the path will lead us in the most appropriate direction, to the most appropriate people, to the most appropriate circumstances, to the most appropriate places. And it is in this realm that miracles occur, that synchronicities arise, and one leads an extraordinary life in an ordinary way, egoless, steeped in humility, deeply grateful and appreciative of this moment, of this experience, of this game, with a deeper understanding, a fuller understanding that continues to grow, trusting that it will, knowing that it will, filled with compassion and kindness and sharing and thoughtfulness to others, realizing they're on the same path. All of us are heading home with a capital H. And so we fill our life with bravery and courage, stepping into the void and letting go, trusting the universe, trusting that all is well, trusting that we are on the right path, effortlessly, with ease and flow. For there is nothing to be done other than what arises and calls us to be done in this moment. Calls us into action, appropriate action in this moment. The brilliance, the intelligence, the extraordinariness of this game that we have chosen. No longer caught up in the drama, no hooked into the drama. We know with absolute certainty our place in the universe, our purpose for being here, and in the moment that arises, what it is we are called to do in that moment. Relaxed, effortlessly, with a total knowingness that this is appropriate in this moment. And the journey continues, going deeper and deeper within, letting go of the past, letting go of the attachments, letting go of conditioning, and just abiding in this peace, in this moment, whatever arises. And so be it.